Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling, well, a really significant issue in Maharashtra, affordable housing.
It's huge.
Yeah, and we're zeroing in on the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban, or PMAYU, specifically that Affordable Housing and Partnership bit, the AHP.
Right. The goal here isn't just, putting up 4 walls and a roof. It's about creating sustainable, decent homes for potentially millions.
So let's set the scene. What kind of numbers are we actually talking about in Maharashtra?
Well, the need is staggering. The estimate for 2012-2017 was 19.4 lakh units. Huge demand.
Wow, and the target?
The state initially aimed for 19.2 lakh by 2022, but reality check, by March 2024, about 13.65 lakh were sanctioned.
Okay, so a shortfall.
Definitely. And the revised target is now 7.27 lakh homes completed by December this year, 2024.
And who needs these homes the most?
That's key. The data shows it's overwhelmingly the economically weaker sections EWS, that's 56% of the demand.
Okay.
And another big chunk, almost 40%, is the lower income group, or the LIG. So you see why AHP, which targets these groups, is so critical.
Right. So how does AHP actually work on the ground? What's the mechanism?
It's all about partnerships. AHP brings together government bodies, private developers, other agencies, basically pooling resources.
To build homes for the EWS specifically.
Exactly. The central government chips in 1.5 lakh for each EWS house built.
Are there conditions?
Yes. Typically, a project needs at least 250 EWS houses, and those EWS units have to make up at least 35% of the total project. Though, there can be some flexibility there.
In allocation, who gets priority?
There's a clear preference stated for vulnerable groups: women, minorities, SCSTs, people with disabilities.
Okay, makes sense. And the funding, you mentioned central help, but it's a joint effort.
It is. AHP is a centrally sponsored scheme. For most parts, the funding is split 60% central, 40% state.
So the state provides 40% of the cash, but their role is bigger than that.
Oh, much bigger. The state government has to identify the land, which is often a huge hurdle. They select the developers, monitor the construction quality and pace.
And crucially, keep prices down.
Absolutely. They regulate the sale price to ensure it remains affordable. Plus, the state can offer extra subsidies, maybe reduce land costs to make the numbers work.
Any contribution from the people getting the houses?
Sometimes, yes. In certain projects, there's a mandatory minimum beneficiary share, often around 25%.
Now, something really interesting here is the push for new building technologies. Why the focus on innovation?
Well, it's seen as a key part of the solution. Think about speed. Innovative methods like precast concrete or modular building can be much, much faster.
And faster means cheaper, presumably.
Generally, yes. Less labor time, potentially less material waste. But it's also about quality and durability. These methods can offer really high standards.
Plus environmental benefits.
Right, using greener materials, designing for energy efficiency. It all adds up. The government's promoting this through things like the Technology Submission, TSM, and the Global Housing Technology Challenge.
So who gives the green light on these new techs? How do developers know what's approved?
That falls to the Building Materials and Technology Promotion Council, BMTPC. They're under the Central Housing Ministry.
And they test and certify.
Exactly. They evaluate things like different precast systems, light gauge steel frames, sandwich panels, monolithic concrete using tunnel forms, GFRG panels.
Wow, quite a list.
Yeah, and also materials like fly ash bricks, cellular lightweight concrete, even bamboo in some contexts. They have a certification scheme, PCS, and run demonstration housing projects too.
So people can actually see these things built.
Precisely. To build confidence and show how it works.
Are we seeing this happen in Maharashtra? Real projects using these methods?
We are. Look at the Ranagar project in Solapur. The ambition there is huge, 30,000 EWS homes.
30,000?
Yes. And they're integrating green tech. Rainwater harvesting, water recycling, minimal sand use, solar power.
Impressive. Any others?
Sure. There are PMA projects near Pune Mahalunj, Shrimpur using precast methods, also with rainwater harvesting, earthquake resistance, solar. They cater to both EWS and IA. Even the Maharashtra Police Housing Project in Pune that's using precast for, I think, 5,200 apartments. And state data confirms increasing use of monolithic concrete and precast methods.
So the policy environment is supportive too?
Seems to be. The new state housing policy from 2024 really emphasizes affordable housing and using new tech to cut costs.
Does it offer incentives?
It does. Things like tax breaks, maybe lower GST, grants for innovation. They're trying to embed it in the tendering process too.
An overall commitment.
The state seems committed to PMI Urban, MAA, the State Housing Authority, has a target of 8 lakh houses by 2030. There's talk of a 100-day plan to speed up approvals early next year, and even a single-window clearance system eventually.
Okay, sounds promising, but it can't all be straightforward. What are the roadblocks?
You're right, it's not easy. Finding suitable land is always a challenge in urban areas. Regulatory hurdles can be slow and complex.
Money too, I imagine.
Financial constraints, definitely. Plus, just the sheer speed of urbanization, keeping up is tough. And sometimes social barriers or resistance. We also need more private sector buy-in, and crucially, a workforce skilled in these new techniques.
So what needs to happen to overcome these? What are the next steps?
Well, strengthening those public-private partnerships seems vital. Streamlining approvals, that single-window idea would help immensely.
And the workforce.
Big investment needed in skill development.
Plus, raising awareness about these technologies, making finance easier to access for projects using them, and really robust monitoring. Oh, and using those technology innovation grants effectively.
So, putting it all together, this combination, the AHP framework plus innovative construction, it really does seem like a powerful approach for Maharashtra.
It holds a lot of potential, yeah, to make serious progress on affordable housing, benefiting residents, and, the environment too.
It's clear a lot is happening. The scale is immense. The technologies are fascinating. Absolutely. And it leaves you wondering, doesn't it? Given the size of this challenge and the potential we're seeing, what other creative ideas, maybe beyond what we've discussed, could help accelerate building affordable, sustainable homes? Not just in Maharashtra, but other fast-growing urban areas. Something for you to think about.